I'm Kyle with Fundamentals of Finance, and today I will be talking about U.S. government Series I savings bonds that pay 9.62%. Keep in mind, this is not financial advice and it is my opinion only. Ever since I put out the video on 5 ways to save, the link to the video is in the description below, a lot of people have been asking me about Series I savings bonds, which are now paying a whopping 9.62%. Annualized. What a deal, right? Well, yes and no. Here's a quick breakdown of what you need to know about Series I savings bonds. These bonds go for 30 years, but they're not the same as buying most 30-year bonds, which have a fixed rate of interest that never changes. If you could get a regular treasury bond paying 9.62% right now, that would be an awesome deal. But these bonds have their interest rate reset every 6 months. The interest rate that they pay is a combination of a fixed rate, which is currently 0%, and a semi-annually adjusted inflation rate, which is currently 4.81%. Since it's paid twice a year, that's how they get a composite rate of 9.62% right now. Actually, the return compounds, so it would be slightly higher over a year if the 4.81% rate stayed the same 6 months from now, but that's how they show it. As I write this video in May 2022, inflation is higher than it's been in 40 years, which is why these rates have jumped up so high. But will they stay there? Probably not. You can earn this rate for 6 months, which is pretty good. And if inflation stays high, you can earn a decent return for a bit longer. But there are a number of reasons why inflation is abnormally high right now. China keeps locking down major cities to stop the spread of COVID-19, which is feeding through to all kinds of shortages and supply chain disruptions around the world. The war in Ukraine is leading to food and energy shortages and pushing up prices. Tons of pandemic stimulus has left extra money in people's pockets who are eager to go out and spend now that things are opening up in a lot of the world. So at the same time, you have multiple supply shocks and rapidly rising demand. Of course, you're gonna have inflation. Some of these things may persist for a couple of years. Certainly the duration of the war is not something I can predict, but for a variety of reasons, these pressures are likely to begin easing sooner rather than later, which would mean the yields on Series I savings bonds would come down. There's also the fact that the Federal Reserve is starting to raise rates pretty aggressively. Why are they doing this? To lower inflation. If you want to learn more about inflation, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and watch out for more to come. So far, I've published the first in a 4-part series on inflation, and the rest will be coming soon.
That's where the Federal Reserve, or Fed, comes in.
And of course, the big issue that we're very focused on is inflation and getting inflation back down to our 2% goal.
But I digress. Back to Series I savings bonds. So if the rates are attractive now, but they might come down, do you just buy one of these bonds and then sell in 6 months if the rate goes down? Well, that would be nice, but unfortunately you can't. If you buy one of these, you can't sell it for at least a year. And if you sell it within 5 years, you have to pay a fee of the last 3 months of interest you received. That means that you really should not be using these for safe money that you will need in less than a year. If you want to hold for 1 to 5 years, it could be a decent option, but the return will be uncertain and you'll give some of it up. What might these pay if inflation goes back to normal? Well, if you buy a new one today, your fixed rate would be 0. No one really knows where inflation will go, but if you look back at the 10-year period from May 2011 to May 2021, before the recent inflation surge, the semi-annual inflation rate averaged 0.92%. These bonds won't pay you less than 0, so if we adjust that deflationary period in May 2015 back to 0, we get a semi-annual average rate of 0.96%. Annualize that, and you would have averaged a return of 1.93% a year. That's about in line with what inflation has been, but it's not going to knock your socks off, and while you don't have to pay state taxes on these, you do still have to pay federal income taxes on the gains when you sell. At least over the last 10 years, you would have been better off in most conservative, high-quality, short to intermediate term municipal bond funds. So in the end, while the rate is certainly attractive right now, given how low the risk is in these, it's also a bit misleading in that it's not likely to stay that high for very long. And there are some important limitations to these, such as a minimum 1-year holding period, a penalty for redeeming in less than 5 years, and a federal tax liability when you redeem. In the end, the investment return on a Series I savings bond is likely to be pretty similar to whatever the inflation rate is over time, since that's what determines the return on these. That means that the value of your investment is likely to be protected against inflation. So in inflation adjusted or real terms, your investment probably won't go down much, but it probably won't grow much either. If you have a long time horizon, I still believe the stock market is the best way to actually beat inflation. Become a part owner in the companies that either create the inflation or price their products so they can earn a profit on top of it. But more on that in our inflation series. If you really want to learn how to invest, check out my free investing workshop below called the 9 Habits of Successful Investors. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video.